Welcome back. You're watching Firecrackers, and we are live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, let's just continue with our global COVID-19 updates for a moment as we get to look at the economic impact. And we are live in the UK as we have Edwin Etefia, a business intelligence consultant, standing by to speak with us very, very briefly. Well, Edwin, if you can hear me loud and clear, let's get to talk about the international market. How are we faring so far?
Good year, although there have been some promising news around on the globe that things are getting better, especially with the vaccine development by the University of Cambridge. Yes, we don't actually know the actual time when this vaccine would be in the market. However, it's also a promising view, a promising event, I'll put it that way, for the global economy as a whole. And if you notice, the market will actually rally around the news of the vaccine being around. But apart from that, the impact of COVID-19, is still present within us. I'm not sure if you have the slide, that are actually putting up there, but from the slide that I have shared with your team, if you look down the slide, you'll notice that despite that different central banks across the world actually pumping money into the society to try to minimize the shock in the global market, and you notice that shares have actually rallied a little bit. But the threat of unemployment is still there, within the world in general. Different countries, especially the United Kingdom, where I am at the moment, the unemployment rate is about 4.8 at the moment. In the US, you have the unemployment rate, which is about 10.4. And in terms of hiring, despite the fact that we've had money being pumped into the economy, the slow pace at which companies are actually hiring is something that is also a bit of a concern, that we are not totally out of the wood yet. There have been some news around, especially the new data that's been published by the International Monetary Fund, that there are some countries that are actually at the brink of recession. In the slide that I have shared with your team, you will notice, some areas which are with red paint that shows areas that are on the brink of a recession.
Okay.
And in terms of consumer confidence within the world itself, it's something that have been down as well. So totally, there's still a challenge. We have the flight, hospitality industry that have been hardly hit. Things have been picking up gradually, but we still have a long way to go. Of recent, when it comes to the oil prices as well, Nigeria being a typical example that was hardly hit, by the low price of oil. So in general, yes, we are getting there, Kelly.
Okay.
But however, we are not totally out of the wood yet.
All right, we're making efforts to see how we can share some of the visuals you have shared with our team. But just a very quick one before we get to talk about Nigeria. Let's look at the situation in the UK. I mean, the religious bodies in the UK. We were speaking earlier, and you said the churches were probably allowed to meet. However, we're not allowed to sing and praise God. So, and how's that coming?
It's been a huge challenge within the religious communities that also include the churches and the mosques and other places of worship as well. And what the government is trying to do now is trying to gradually open social events, social centers. But what they have said to the churches is that yes, you can gather and worship, but you shouldn't have more than 30 people in a gathering. And when you gather, you are not allowed to sing. And from the church perspective, worshiping is the core part of, we gathering together in church. So what the churches have decided to do is to continue with the Zoom gathering that they've had in the past 3 months.
Okay, we're having some very little issues with the network, but let's see if we can speak with you as we round off now. The Lagos State government has finally reopened worship centers. Would like to hear your views on that because, as we know, Lagos State remains the epicenter in Nigeria here regarding the coronavirus.
I believe that the governor of Lagos State is a man of wisdom, and he would have contacted the different stakeholders involved. Okay. That would mean the professionals within the health sector and also the stakeholders within the church in order for him to make that particular decision. Nigeria is not as hard hit as what we have in the UK, and if the church has opened in Nigeria, so I still believe it's actually the right direction.
All right, Edwin Etefia, business intelligence consultant. Many thanks indeed for speaking with Galaxy TV.
Thank you very much for having me.
We'll be speaking with a business intelligence consultant from the UK, Edwin Etefia. We hope to speak with him again some other time on the show. You're watching Firecrackers. You will get to meet with my guest here in the studio in just a moment as we get to look at the very critical situation we have in Kaduna State, Southern Kaduna to be precise. In just a moment, stay with us.